Welcome back to Saints Franchise. Week 3, we got the Seattle Seahawks on the schedule today. First road game of the year is an afternoon affair at Lumen Field. We do have regional focus scouting today, and I have made another update to the sliders. Again, just trying to make it a little bit more challenging. QB accuracy is down, and then CPU run blocking is up quite a bit, and our tackling, I think I moved down slightly as well. But mostly everything is still the same. And we're going to get right into regional focus scouting. So you guys may have seen that I hired 4 Tier 2 scouts, was able to do that with my coaching abilities. We're really just locked into scouting this year. And let's check out the regional prospects for each region. So this class, kind of leaning towards quarterback being the strength here. Mark Baker out of Oregon State is the highest rated player. He's got elite to great strength, great to good throw power, elite to great acceleration, elite to great change of direction, and then skill-wise, we just don't really know a whole lot just yet. Just B, throw on the run, C, play action, but clearly getting some hype as a top 5 player in this draft based on projection. I don't think he's going to live up to that personally. Got a couple of tackles in here, a couple of corners. The receiver is Will White is in there, and he needs to be a little bit of a better route runner, but he is 6'4", but I'm not, overwhelmed by the talent there. I think maybe we'll check out, cornerback maybe down the board, or QB, I just don't. Maybe wide receiver is our focus position here. I could do quarterback, but I've said you can just make those players focus scouting players. There are only like 2 quarterbacks you're going to look at. So you might as well go for a position that has a lot more players, and that's going to be wide receiver here. Here, we don't really even have to make a decision. It's going to be defensive tackle. The top player in this region is a defensive tackle, although there are quite a few corners. So we might have to take a closer look at those guys. But Deontay Harper is a nose tackle, only C finesse moves, but is a physical player who delivers bone-crushing hits out of LSU. Already is 23 years old. Loves to utilize a spin as a counter move. Has a swift arm over move in his arsenal. Will utilize power and leverage to both for pass protectors. Has a motor that runs through the whistle. Often looks to rip the ball from runners. Lacks discipline, resulting in avoidable penalties. He does have a play rec, though. And he does have some really good physical ratings, including elite to great strength, good solid speed, elite to great jumping, great to good agility, change of direction. So there's at least something to like here, even if he's not going to be a great pass rusher. Quarterback Cam Farrell is the number 1 player in this class, but we're going to match it up with the expertise of our scout Haywood Schnupp. Okay, that name is so ridiculous, it's got to be a real guy. So shout out to Haywood Schnupp if you're watching this. Cam Farrell is the top rated player, though, or projected. A, deep accuracy, does have strong arm archetype out of Cincinnati. Beautiful spiral on all of his passes, stands tall in the pocket and always aware of pressure. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Loves to run and play outside of structure. Josh Allen? Elongated motion with a quick release. That's an interesting combo of words there. Now, speed is only marginal to poor, but he does have elite to great throw power, and of course we know about the deep ball. So it looks like he does like to take off a bit, but how effective he's actually going to be as a runner, I'm not sure. And then offensive line is not an issue. We can go DT or OT here. I would say there are more defensive tackles that are in the first round, and those are, really more the guys that we're going to want to get a better idea about. So we are going to scout, I think, defensive tackle here. But again, of course, the top-rated player is a quarterback, as continues to be the trend. Demetrius Lewis is your top-rated player out of Auburn. Strong arm with B throw under pressure. Beautiful spiral on all of his passes. Gets happy feet and feels non-existent pressure. He's paranoid in the pocket. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Vast majority of his success comes well in the pocket. Quick, compact throw motion. Does have elite to great throw power. His speed is very, very poor. Another statue with a cannon. Probably will look quite similar to Cam Farrell out of Cincy. I have no idea why you'd want to hire 5 Tier 2 scouts. That's not even good. Why would I want to hire 5 Tier 2 scouts when you can only have 5 scouts in general? Am I going to have choose a two or tier 2 scout over a tier 3? That shouldn't be a thing. I am going to upgrade the ability here, though. We're going to get a 10% reduction. So that's nice. We have that on talent range unlock and 2-letter range unlock as well. Also going to rest the team this week, not risk any injury. Jonas Senker gets a little bit of an upgrade too. And for Danny Stutzman, every time I upgrade Danny Stutzman, it's probably going to be pass coverage for a while. That's just his real big issue. I can't trust this guy out in space. I can't do it. But that's a pretty nice boost. +3 zone coverage. It's getting better. And here we are, Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Home, of course, of the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold is their starting quarterback. Signed, of course, a very big contract to be a Seahawk in the offseason, although it's not fully guaranteed, completely locked in money. So Seattle can get out of the Darnold deal if they want to, but it's only a 3-year deal if I remember correctly, so they're probably not going to be in a super big hurry to do that unless Jalen Milroe takes an astounding step up through, practice and the offseason. We'll see what happens with Milroe. But here we go. One of the tougher environments historically to play in the NFL. Although that level has, you think, come down a bit since their Super Bowl runs. Still, I mean, I'd put it up there, right? Seahawks have a really great fan base. We're going to try to shut them up today. Walk into Seattle, silence the 12s, and win our second game of the year. Kenneth Walker is going to be an important player to stop. Darnold looking to run, and he's going to throw in behind. Ball came out. Quincy Riley forces the fumble. It took one play. Big turnover. Julian Blackmon recovers. These hit sticks are forcing the ball out this year. Quincy Riley, big hit. The rookie making a big play on the new Seattle Seahawks Cooper Kupp as Tyler Shuck will start Game 3. Could we see Spencer Rattler? Yeah, it's a possibility. As they say, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. And we've got a bit of a battle going. So I imagine you're going to continue to see both Shuck and Rattler. We'll see if anyone rises to the occasion. There goes Alvin Kamara, going right through the Seahawks secondary. And really every level of their team eventually was brought down right through to their secondary. Here's 1st and goal from the 8. That's open. Hit Taysom Hill and get in there. Taysom Hill, touchdown. Too easy for the Saints here on the road. That is obviously our best start of the year. Taysom Hill, touchdown. I don't know if I approve of the dance, but how long is this celebration? What is happening? I don't know. Let's check out a replay. Taysom Hill just sat down. Zone defense, wide open. Catch the ball, turn up the field, touchdown. Doesn't really get easier than that. Seahawks back out on the field, looking for more success than their first drive, and we're hopefully going to stop that, as Noah Fant is still a Seattle Seahawk here. In real life, you might see A.J. Barner as the starter. Maybe Elijah Arroyo earns that at some point. But I guess here with the Week 1 roster, or preseason Week 1 roster, big hit to Mario Davis. It's still Noah Fant. Oh, Darnold's just going to take off. There's way too much space for Darnold. Well, we vacated the middle of the field following the shallow cross, and it was just way too easy for Darnold to step up and run. We got to be cognizant of that. Can't let that happen. Got to stay disciplined. Someone needs to get there. It's going to be Brian Brzee. Let's go. I thought Chase Young might have got to the QB first, but then he didn't really shed the way I thought he might. But it's another player that I'd really like to see a lot from this year, and Brian Brzee, that's able to make the play. Chase Young has been pretty impressive so far, I would say, though. He's had a lot of TFLs. Need him to keep it up. But nice play by Brian Brzee. Shot down the seam. Big first down. It's Tyler Boyd. Good ball from Darnold, just gripping it and ripping it. It's a great ball. I don't know that we could ever have that pass caught. But the CPU, all right. Yeah, we just got to back up into that. That time I was worried about Darnold taking off, and he just throws in behind where we vacated the zone. Okay, so got to improve the user this year, that's for sure. Because Darnold started to scramble, and then just right at the line of scrimmage maybe, just ripped one. Cooper Kupp touchdown. Maybe making up for the fumble a little bit there. Kamara open in the backfield. Oh, nice move from Alvin. Takes a bit of a shot, though, but makes it a little bit more manageable on 3rd and 3. I mean, this is where I would like to take a deep shot, I'm sure, to Rashid Shaheed, but it doesn't make sense to really throw down the field here, but I'm going to do it. It looked like he had a step. Shaheed cannot get to it. Witherspoon showing some good recovery speed. I really thought we had him. Maybe the ball was a touch underthrown. I know we only needed 3 and we went for about 60, but we had man coverage. We had a matchup I liked. I feel like Shuck just left that a little bit short. Devon Godshaw making a play would be cool. Tried to shed the block with Davis, but that's a gain of about 9. That's the Blake Martinez special right there. Make a tackle 9 yards down the field and have everybody think you're actually good. You know, there's another linebacker right now that's a bit like that. But the casual fan will continue to think tackles are a good metric of a linebacker. It's not. You got to factor in where those tackles happen. You got to factor in why those tackles are happening. If they allow a catch and then make the tackle, well, if they're allowing catches, and linebackers are going to allow catches, like, for sure. But some are more preventable than others. That's why you actually have to watch the games. And if you can, watch the film. I know not everybody has access to it, but all 22 for the NFL is actually a bit more accessible than it used to be by a wide margin. As Darnold is pressured, we'll throw it away. 3rd and 4. Do I trust this team in man coverage? No. But I also don't trust them in zone, so we're going to stick to what we have. Darnold's going to take off. Are we just going to keep letting that happen? I can't put a QB spy on the field to worry about Sam Darnold. But what choice do I have? Maybe we blitz him? Feels like a recipe for disaster. Jackson Smith and Jigba torches the rookie Quincy Riley. Just left him in the dust on a route. He wasn't even in the same area code. Jackson Smith and Jigba, downtown Seattle. Quincy Riley was up in Everett, maybe? I don't know. He was across the border. He was in Vancouver Island. All right. Let's go, Rashid. Big return. Oh, it looked like we had a crease. 2nd and 10. Definitely like Alvin Kamara here. I mean, he's taking some shots, but that's okay. He has the end of the first quarter to recuperate, get back out there for quarter number 2 as we look to tie this game. 3rd and 5. We're going to step up with Shuck. He should have just enough. 1st and 10. I like where they spotted that. Maybe we'll run the ball here. Tyler Shuck's got some decent mobility to him. So it's an option if all else fails, as Kamara broke a tackle and got just one as Talisa Fuanga injured again. Happened a lot last week, and it looks like the injury bug is getting him again in week 3, as that is read beautifully by Devin Witherspoon. He was the one guy that could have made a play, and it's bruised ribs again. Does Talisa Fuanga have the weakest rib cage of all time? Here's 3rd and 13. Sacked. Just dropping back. Trying to fight, trying to battle, trying to get more time. Who got cooked here? The left guard, Trevor Penning. Trevor. That's tough. How long did it take? 1/1000. Okay, that's a little quick. Got to worry about Darnold. He's trying to take off. Man. Again, I can't put a spy out on the field. I mean, maybe I'll have to at some point. I really wouldn't like to. We just need our defensive line to do a little bit more. I mean, I was just talking up Chase Young there. No way Darnold just did that, dude. He's not doing that. Cam Jordan make a play. That would be great. I mean, we know Carl Granderson's out for a while, but Isaiah Foskey could do something. Again, more Chase Young, please. 2nd and 1. Stretch left. Demario Davis. Great tackle for a loss. Love when we're out here actually making plays. 3rd and 3. We can pass commit, but we've got to be aware of the run. I don't know how we can stop Darnold. I mean, I might have to only rush 3 and go with a QB spy. I keep talking about how I don't want to do that, but what choice do we have? Here's a QB contain. It's not a spy. He's been rushing straight up the middle anyway. And there he goes again! Take his head off! I want this guy seeing ghosts out there. Finally, it's Chase Young with the quarterback sack. Let's go, Chase. 3rd and 12. I'd like to see Darnold scramble for this. I think Demario Davis should be able to get the correct amount of depth here. Darnold has all day. Eventually will throw and complete to Fant. 1st down, Seattle. We're going to blitz here. We're actually blitzing a lot, and they dial up the perfect play against it with a screen. Thankfully, it falls incomplete. Just 43 seconds to play in this first half. How aggressive will Seattle get? I mean, obviously, you got to play for a touchdown here. Check down, broken tackle. Ball is loose. Julian Blackmon forced another fumble. No, that would have been his first forced fumble. Quincy Riley forced the other, and Blackmon recovered. But Seattle jumps on it to keep possession. 3rd and 6. A lot of fumbles so far. I am hit sticking, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not actually that few, as this shot to the end zone is picked off by Demario Davis. What is Sam Darnold doing? That's about as stupid as it gets, and I should know. I've made some bad decisions. Well, excuse me. Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler have made some awful decisions so far in Saints franchise, but a jump ball to Kenneth Walker, pretty solidly covered up in the back of the end zone. At this stage in the game, not a good decision at all. Let's see if we can actually make something happen with that, though. I think I like Olave. I don't. There's Kamara. Nice move from Alvin. Let's go down. Let's call a timeout. We have 21 seconds. We can make something happen here. 15 seconds. Trying to do something to get into field goal range. We're going to throw that to Shaheed, who makes the catch. Okay, we're out of timeout. So that's the worry with going over the middle of the field, is you are forced to call timeouts. But you also need to get the yards, right? So kind of just need to take what you can get. And we're going to try to go out of bounds here and do something to get into field goal range. I just don't see anything there. It looked like, I mean, they're doing a great job of trying to keep us in between the sticks. 62 yards just seems like a touch long. I mean, it's doable, right? But if we can make it a little bit closer, I'd feel a little bit better about it. That should be there. Olave to the 38, 2 seconds on the clock. 55 yards is a lot more doable. No wind here. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Blake Grupe from the logo. Kick right down the middle. There is a flag. This could be a game-changing penalty, but it won't be. It will not be. We are going to decline, take the field goal. At that point, you know, just take the points. Why would we retry the field goal, and why would we go for it? Down by 4, still in the game. Seahawks trying to get their first win of the year. We are trying to improve to 2-1 as we check out the games from around the league. AFC South action. The undefeated Jags taking on the winless Texans. And wow, Joe Mixon putting on a clinic. 31-17, Texans get the win as CJ Stroud throws for a pair of touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence maybe didn't play too badly, as we have more AFC South action, just what the doctor prescribed. 2 winless teams, Colts and Titans. Number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, with that top talent handoff. Touchdown Titans. They win 31-13. inverted scoreline as Anthony Richardson is held to fewer than 100 yards. Colts fall to 0-3. To the NFC South now. Falcons, Panthers. Kirk Cousins in at quarterback. And he's going to find a receiver who breaks a tackle and goes all the way in for the score. Showing the Michael Penix stat line, he didn't play. Ray McLeod touchdown. And you can see any surprises from around the league. Broncos up big over the Chargers right now. But nothing super notable on that right side of the screen. May have been lacking something on the other side. My fault. But I think we're building momentum. We'll see what the second half has in store. Not a bad half for Tyler Shuck. It really would be a lot worse if Sam Darnold wasn't completely brain dead right now. But we're looking okay. Get the football to start the third quarter as well. That's why points were paramount at the end of the first half. Big drive to start. Kamara change of direction. I mean, we'll take that every time. Alvin Kamara finds a crease! Kamara down the field! Mom, get the Kamara! Camera? I don't know. With more speed, that's, a threat to be a touchdown, but Kamara explodes through the hole and gets a big gain there to the Seattle 40. Kelvin Banks is down. Oh my God. Rookie, top 10 pick out of Texas, hook 'em horns. Injured on the play. I don't like that at all. How will we manage to actually pass protect? I don't know. Bruised ribs. We're not doing something right. Every offensive lineman's going down to bruised ribs right now. Here's 3rd and 5. Where do we want to go with the football? Alvin over the middle. His 6th catch of the game so far. It's only the 3rd quarter. See, one of the problems passing, the ball's got to come out quicker, but receivers need to get in and out of their breaks. Tried to throw it quickly there. Nearly paid for it. 3rd and 10. Crowd getting into it a little bit. We're going to throw for Brandon Cooks. He comes back to the football, makes the catch. 4th and 3. Could make it a 1-point game. I think we're going to. There's enough time in the game where I think taking the points is good here. We can basically guarantee with Blake Grupe. And if Seattle scores a touchdown, it's a 1-possession game. So I think getting 3 there was important to at least come away with something. Because if we didn't get it, Seattle goes down and scores a touchdown. It's a 2-possession game. Here, it would be 8 points, provided they don't go for 2 and get it, which they're not going to. Although, that'd be interesting strategy. I think I would if I were Seattle. Why wouldn't you? I know that might be a very analytics play. I'm not even sure what the analytics would say about it. But I think that's smart. Because the penalty for not getting it is not that insane. Covering everything. It's a user pick. Easy reads. The cat in the hat. Pete Warner with the easy reads to give us the football. Darnold with a nightmare start to the season. Seattle could potentially fall to 0-3. This was not open at all. We read it all the way. Pete Warner interception. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And we've got to capitalize. Points off turnovers is quite often the difference in a game. 3rd and 9. I see Taysom Hill. I just don't like it enough. Shuck taking off, and Tyler Shuck on a conveyor belt shooting ahead. Although those yards won't count. Shuck to the 17. That's an interesting animation. But a good scramble. Go to Kamara. He's got enough speed, but actually not enough to outrun the big man, Leonard Williams, on the tackle. Former top pick in his own right. 3rd and 6. Just throw it to Taysom Hill. Stiff arm. Doesn't get nearly as much as I would have wanted. And I think we just take the lead here. I think we take the lead. We don't take it for granted. Just take your points. See if our defense can continue to make plays. I don't think we're going to be able to make a play here. 9 yards. Not the end of the world. I thought that could have been worse. Running back didn't do a great job of getting vertical there. And we're going to blitz here. We're going to show that it's coming. Does Darnold make an adjustment? They're going to keep it on the ground. Broken tackle by Walker. McKinstry and Davis wrestled down Kenneth Walker. And there is going to be an injury timeout. Justin Reed, the starting strong safety, hurt on the play. Howden in to replace him as this is an outside run. By Walker, we over-pursued. Pitch right. That is a great block. Kenneth Walker with a lot of space. Howden takes out the legs. That is a big gain. One of the biggest that we've seen today, and it comes on the ground. Got to limit explosive plays. That's how we win games. Play action. Check down. Davis can't make the tackle. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Seattle down by 2 on the verge of taking the lead one way or another. Turnover would be clutch. 2nd and 6. They're going from empty. Throw over the middle. Another Kenneth Walker broken tackle. Jalen Ford, give me something. Oh, it's a fumble! Danny Stutzman recovers the throw, didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Walker chasing down Stutzman to save a touchdown. What a mistake from Darnold. I have not seen that in a minute. Trying to throw it to the running back, Kenneth Walker, on a swing, I believe, and he just threw it behind the line. You got to try and get depth as a quarterback there in your drop so you're throwing it forward. It doesn't need to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Obviously, as long as you're throwing it forward, but he didn't, I guess. Darnold here drops back to about the 21, 22-yard line and just throws it sideways. Now, is that actually... Yeah, I think that is horizontal or going backwards. What a mistake. Stutzman recovers. It rolls forward, right? But that doesn't matter at that point. What a moment in the game. Seattle's just throwing this away, literally. Let's go, Kamara. 3rd and 6. That's the most open. Tyler Shuck thinks we have Shaquille O'Neal on the team. Maybe Yao Ming could have caught that. Maybe not even then. All right, a little bit of wind, but really shouldn't matter with the punt here. Try to pin them. And that's about as good as we can do on that punt. Need to cover it a bit better, but it's a pretty good punt. Okay, we got a spy on the field. See what Demario Davis does. Good throw from Darnold. 2 of everything. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That could be a pick. Quincy Riley, good breakup at least. And to his credit, it's tough to have a good breakup. So, nice play. 3rd and 7. We're right there. Darnold throwing down the field for Walker. How does this keep happening? Was I on a vert hook there? Did I need to run with Kenneth Walker? I mean, they're abusing me in zone coverage because Darnold keeps looking to take off and then he throws it behind. Sometimes literally throwing it behind, like throwing it behind the line of scrimmage. But they're just making a big play. And, I mean, it feels as if we've controlled a lot of this game, at least in the second half. We're up by 2. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play. We have not really been able to convert enough opportunities. As Smith and Jigba goes down. 3rd and 5. I think this is where we blitz. Man coverage. It's a tough task. We've got to do it. One-on-one shot. Demario Davis got hands on it. Incomplete. Seattle's going to have to play for a 1-point lead. And it's 17-16. Seattle in front. See if our offense can rise to the occasion. We've had a pretty bad second half. Tyler Shuck looking to take off. We got bumped. Thankfully, no fumble. And Shuck is injured on the play. He is getting up, though. So not too serious. Maybe it's a designed injury. Saves us a timeout, but stops the clock. A little bit of an extra play in there as Kamara gets destroyed. We're going to go hurry up because that last play worked so well. We have Seattle right where we want them. 3rd and 3. Wide open. Brandon Cooks makes the catch. I thought for a minute Bentley was going to get back there, but obviously he didn't in time. I didn't like anything. But this is a spot we need to avoid. I mean, 2nd and 16 really doesn't work for anybody because you're probably looking at 3rd and 8 if you even have a good play here at all, and we don't. 3rd and 16. That's our best option. Taysom Hill one-on-one, gonna outrun Bentley, and Taysom Hill with a big juke move. Taysom Hill into Seattle territory. Ruptured disc for Shuck. That's gonna be a bad one. I'm no doctor, but that sounds bad. There's Kamara, still on his feet. Good balance from Kamara. Seattle not calling timeouts. We're going to take this clock down. Field goal wins the game. Now, Seattle will start calling timeouts, you'd expect. Kamara just refuses to go down. And there's timeout number 1 for Mike McDonald. I don't want even the first down. I mean, I may have liked the first down. We got 3rd and 1, though. First down would have been good. That was a mistake. Foster Moreau, fullback dive. He's not going to get it. Oh, man. Why did I not get the first down? I mean, that's borderline brain dead. What did I think? They had 6 timeouts or something? Oh, if we lose off that, this would be a very bad loss. It's going to be 50 seconds and no timeouts for Seattle. They only need 3 to win. Oh my God, I can't believe I've done this. 46 seconds. I can't really believe they have a chance here. But if we can just manage to keep them in bounds, we can take a lot of time off the clock here. It's going to be a lot of cover 2, maybe, if they want to bomb us down the field. I doubt they're going to do anything. We just want to keep them in front. It's not college, so that clock's going to keep ticking. Inside 30 seconds by the time they spike this football, surely. Just check down. There we go. That's what we want. Seattle to midfield. Are they going to spike it on 3rd and inches? No, they're going to get a playoff. So I'd say that'd be insane. Here's a pitch. Tackle here wins the game. Pete Warner brings him down. They may have a chance to get back to the line to spike, but they're going to run a play. Just get back. I'm going to call a timeout. 2 seconds on the clock. I'm not getting bombed down the field here. They can't get into field goal range in 2 seconds. They are currently out of field goal range. These coach suggestions are not good. I don't really want palms. I don't want to match coverage. I'm just going to... I know I say it, like, if you play prevent defense, you prevent yourself from winning the game. That's true in real life. I don't know how true that is in Madden. And at least this way, I won't get yelled at if we don't make a play here. Darnold, what are you doing, buddy? I mean, let's be for real. I don't know how that's completed. But we have managed to win again. 19-17 over the Seahawks. This was our World War I. Was World War I active in 1917? I feel like it was like 1914 to 1919. Something like that. So I feel like yes. I think it was definitely going in 1918. July 1914 to November 1918. So it didn't quite make it into 1919. But it was definitely going in 1917. As we can see the numbers here. Shuck 13 for 21, had a touchdown. Rattler came in 2 for 3 for 39 yards. What a performance. But Shuck was injured. Kamara had a great game. 13 for 78, averaged 6 per carry. Shuck had some good runs in there, and he gave his life for the team. Kamara had 7 catches for 44 yards. Olave just 1 catch for 7. 4 TFLs for Demario Davis. Chase Young had 2. Sacks for Brzee and Chase Young. Interceptions for Warner and Demario Davis. Forced fumbles for Julian Blackman and Quincy Riley, with recoveries for Blackman and Stutzman. What a game here. We played great, I gotta say. Tyler Shuck does have an upgrade here. Deep accuracy improving would be quite nice. I'm just going to keep going improviser. That's going to be the best boost for his abilities here. He's got quite a few deficiencies, but he's getting a little bit accurate. He's got good athleticism. Let's see the weekly recap. What games were worth watching and worth monitoring here? Let's see. It takes 20 minutes to load this. And I'll tell you another thing. We know that EA has the ability to generate, plays without you actually playing the game. We know they can, because we have this. How long until we actually get highlights that I don't have to make myself in Madden franchise for draft prospects? I'm hoping that's right around the corner. The technology is there, as we see the undefeated Ravens take on the undefeated Lions. Ravens come out on top, 27-21. Lamar Jackson really just playing conservatively, no touchdowns. You got Derrick Henry for that, so can't really complain there if you're Baltimore. As the Steelers and Patriots are both undefeated. What year is it? 2008? Rain pouring down, and maybe that works to New England's advantage here as they get an Antonio Gibson touchdown. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-17. May throws for close to 200. Not awful. And I guess that'll do it. We had a game that we played, and then a couple more games. Cool. So I'm making some changes to these sliders again. I feel like our run blocking is a little bit too good, and I'm boosting up the CPU run blocking quite a bit. I've made some other changes, like boosting up the ball security just slightly for the CPU. Hopefully that makes it feel a little bit better. There should be fumbles. Typically on all Madden, in years past, there are no fumbles. There should be fumbles, but a couple a game feels like a little bit too much. Now, the Bills are going to be a problem. Let's just get that out of the way. The Bills are going to be a problem. They're an 85 overall, and they have Josh Allen. That's not going to go well. And the final games here at a Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's a good stadium, but the Bills have a crazy, awesome new stadium being built. And I think you're going to see games in that as early as next year. I think that's the plan. Maybe could be 2 years away, and there could always be delays. But within the next few years, I think the Bills will be in a new state-of-the-art stadium, as their offense and defense are pretty similar here. In terms of the yards allowed, just 1 yard separating their offense and defense. Here's the kickoff, and we are underway in the Buffalo area. Jonas Sanker back to return. He makes a cut. I was hoping the outside player would get picked up, give us a lane. As Tyler Shuck's actually back out there. Those were not his stats last year. You know how I know? He didn't play. He was a rookie. He didn't do -1 anything. Unfair to Tyler Shuck. Well, he's back from a ruptured disc. He's battling through it. And you know what? This is a potential playoff team as Kamara's to the second level. Beyond everybody to the 25-20, 15, 10-5 touchdown. Mom, get the camera. Kamara. I might retire that one. Touchdown, Alvin Kamara. Kamara. I don't know. What I do know is this guy can play. What a run from Alvin. Great blocks. But it's really the move that creates the big splash play happen. That didn't take long. That was easy. So there's some win today. On extra points, I don't even usually aim it. I was already holding down A by the time that I could see the kicking arc was like one of those inflatable things outside of a car dealership. Waving around, waggling, wiggling. That would have been nice to know. And that's why you don't rush. That'd be a lesson to you. Josh Allen takes the field. Looking to take that touchdown back. Had 28 passing touchdowns a year ago with a lot on the ground as well. I know that can't happen. What is James Cook doing? How does that work even a little bit? It's a tackle for loss. Instead he gets 3. Make a play. There we go. Chase Young Living in the backfield, tackle for lost machine is the former top pick, Chase Young. He is a beast. 2nd and 15. I'm waiting for Josh Allen to start picking us apart, but he's not. It's a user pick. Easy reads. Green eggs and ham. What is happening in Buffalo? What a start for the Saints. Pete Werner reading it the whole way. His 2nd pick this season. What a player. 3rd and 6. I think 4-down territory here. Just can't get it out there. We're going to go for it. From the 47, I don't think a punt really helps us that much. I mean, it is early. We only have 6 right now. Nah, but we're almost to midfield. I would have liked a couple yards there to make it a little bit more manageable. That's an arm punt. That's fine. That's totally fine. So no points off the turnover for us. Man, Allen is getting the ball out quickly. That time it's working for him. 2nd and 9, Cook in motion. Got to be aware of this. Josh Allen somehow throws it away. Okay. Do we have any chance of actually sacking Josh Allen? Probably not. But they're short. Brings up 4th and 1. They're going to keep the offense out on the field as well. Our 2nd 4th down conversion try in this game. It's just the 1st quarter. And they're going to get it. They had a lot of options there. Allen's going to run. He slides. That's a rarity. That's going to be a touchdown. No, Elijah Moore short. Chase Young injured on the play. We got decent edge depth, though. Already playing Isaiah Foskey. Fadil Diggs into the game. Buffalo on the verge of a touchdown. There's James Cook. He's dragged back. Now McGovern injured. Just elbow bursitis for Chase Young. We're going to have him sit out for a little while at least, though. Why do I think this could be like QB blast or QB draw or something? Doesn't need to be. Touchdown, Buffalo. Is that Dalton Kincaid? Sure looks like it. It's a great picture. That's just too tough to stop. Anybody's ball game here. We have 0 passing yards so far. I wonder if that's going to end up changing. But I'm okay if we run the ball a lot, if we can do so successfully. Easier said than done. We might have had our one good run of the day. 2nd and 10. All right, that's going to be a decent throw to Cooks. He gets lifted up and driven down. But it's 3rd and 2. I just don't like throwing the ball that quickly. I just feel like a lot of these guys, we're leading them into coverage. But that's open for Olave, who's been basically a non-factor this year. I'm hoping that changes. It's a nice play to end the 1st quarter as we're going to try to retake the lead. How stupid is a 2nd and 10 toss here? We need a block. There's Kamara, gets the outside. We got like 4, not even. 3rd and 7. Ooh, we have 2 routes on top of each other. I didn't realize the motion action for Kamara there. And they were playing the flat anyway, so that was not going to be open. Okay, well, this meter's going crazy. Can I still punt through it? That's not awful. That's a pretty good punt. They're going to let it go. Just get there, Alante. And you don't down it in Madden like you do in real life. Apparently, it's just first contact. But putting them on the 6-yard line is about as good as we can do. Play action. Allen taking a shot down the field. McKinstry's there. Pass broken up. We nearly had the sack. We sent 8. And then we nearly had the pick. But instead, it's just 2nd and 10 for Buffalo. Oh, nice play by Pete Werner to get a hand in there. Break that up. Punch that out. Josh Palmer on the drop. 3rd and 10. Who wants to make a play? It's going to be Josh Allen who makes the play. We're on the ground. Allen's still on his feet. It's tough to stop that. I honestly think we just need to blitz Josh Allen every play, which doesn't sound smart. But I think we need to try and force the ball out quickly. If he's able to hold on to it, We're not really getting pressure, mostly. If he's able to hold on to it, we don't really have a chance. He'll just scramble or find somebody. So we need to send kind of, you know, exotic looks. Force the ball out, and it's another pick for Pete Warner. Easy reads. Hop on pop. Pete Warner might be Josh Allen's daddy. Pete Warner, 3 interceptions now on the year. Allen has made another mistake. Screen, we got blockers. A little bit of a convoy here for Kamara. Take that. Run to the outside. Pick up that block. Moreau. Kamara looking, searching, finding more. And down at the Buffalo 20. He's over 100 yards rushing in the first half. And it's really been gains of 0 and then big gains. 2nd and 7. Ooh, that was nearly intercepted. In perfect position in man coverage on the slant. Olave just could not shield him to make the play. 3rd and 7. Fire that up the seam. It's intercepted! Oh, I love the play. I really do. Is that just maybe not a throw that we can make with Tyler Shuck? Or maybe any quarterback here in the game. I don't know, on all Madden with these sliders. That felt like a good decision. 3rd down. We have inside leverage, trying to lead it into the space. Just undercuts the route. I mean, that's a crazy play. Nobody wants to win. That's the theme so far. If they do that every play, there's no stopping them. Screen! Get over there, Devon Godshaw. James Cook somehow got out of bounds. Allen's going to want to scramble. Davis is there. Allen still gets a couple as we come to the final moments of quarter number 2, excuse me. Buffalo calls a timeout on 3rd and 2 with 35 seconds to go. That's where all those threes are coming from. Get out there. Oh, not out there. Josh Palmer making up for the drop with a big catch. Clock's still ticking. Buffalo electing not to call their final timeout. See if they're just playing for 3 here or not. We're going to give them their space. 3 doesn't really hurt us. Don't want a touchdown allowed, though. And their only option is going to be 3. And that kick is good. Buffalo extends their lead by 4 with the 3-pointer from deep. 10-6. I mean, we're playing them pretty tight, and this is supposedly one of the best teams in the league. You wouldn't know it because they're an 85 overall to our 81. Not really that big of a difference. Now, so we'll see what happens in real life, but would it be entirely shocking if the Bills win this game by 20 points, 17 points? Wouldn't be crazy. So we'll see what happens in real life, but here in the game, big hit. We're playing great. Buffalo starts with the football, though. That's potentially a problem. Oh, that's no good. Big run for James Cook. Thought we took a pretty good angle, dove at the right time. James Cook has better speed than I anticipated on that, I guess. Or maybe I missed it. Either way, big gain for Buffalo. That's got to be pick number 3. Where are the hands? I'm holding Y. Allen running right into Devon Godshaw. The God. Chawing down. Something. Maybe he's packing a lip. Got a lot of chaw on there. Here's 2nd and 11. We're playing it. Allen's just going to run. Dude. That's a touchdown. Well, all right. That looked a little bit too easy. Dalton Kincaid getting just open enough. Allen rips it in there. And it's just nobody close enough in the zone. All right, let's go Saints. Still in this one. Ball's got to come out. There's Shaheed. We just got to do a better job of getting him the football. But as a deep threat, there are only going to be so many opportunities per game where we can even try taking a shot. And when we do, it typically doesn't go that well. And that's throwing it down the field and not even getting a jump ball animation, and that's not really his game anyway. Kind of need him to just have his step. But oftentimes we can't even get the time to throw it with this offensive line. It's just not a possibility. 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Kamara. Just maybe trying to get the ball out a little bit too quickly. Didn't really give any of the receivers a chance. And now it's 3rd and 9. Got to rifle that in. Oh, Lord. Shuck misses Olave by a country mile. 3rd and 1, QB sneak for Buffalo. We got to do something, because right now this game looks like it's going to end 24-6. I just don't know how we're going to stop them. That helps. Chase Young drilling Allen, but the wear and tear impact is immense on him. Oh, I thought we read that. Allen trying for a bit more. Good stop. His favorite target, Dalton Kincaid, can't make the play. Our offense, if you can even call it that, will get a second chance. Well, maybe more in the second chance, but after the last 3 and out, we'll get another chance here. We don't have to be one-dimensional, though. We can keep trying to run the football here. Kamara has been most of our offense today, really all of our offense. It has been difficult to throw, but at times it's been difficult to run as well. It's just really a couple big plays. There's Taysom Hill wide open. Needed that. There we go, Kamara. Stiff arm him. Oh, that would have been a huge guy to make miss. Cole Bishop saves what probably wouldn't have been a touchdown, but a huge gain nonetheless. Still a good result for us. Give me Olave here. I'm staring it down. Taking the shot. Chris Olave with a step. Beautiful ball inside the Buffalo 10. Chris Olave. Great time for a shot. Great ball from Shuck. What a way to end the 3rd quarter. 2nd and goal. Throwing the slant. Not a good time throw, but a good result. Chris Olave have a drive. Touchdown for our #1 receiver. I want to say that more often. Just haven't had too many opportunities there, but Olave gets open on the slant. We make the most of it. We just haven't really had the combination of receivers getting open, the O-line giving us time, and then accurate throws. This one could have sailed, but it was right on the money. Even with a red timed release. Chris Olave touchdown. And we're going to go for 2. Make it a 3-point game. So they got 6 in the box. We've got numbers. We really just should be running the ball here every time. Can I get to Juwan Johnson here? I want to motion him. Snap the ball. Kamara, easy touchdown. Well, 2-point conversion. Still down in this game, but battling back. Only down 3. Defense, they've honestly played pretty well. Need them to keep it up. Throwing it, it's intercepted again! Texas legend Jalen Ford with the easy reads. I'm running out of children's books. The Lorax. I try to go with Dr. Seuss. There are some options, but easy reads nonetheless for the former Longhorn standout linebacker, Jalen Ford. He's a beast. Josh Allen having a game to forget. He might have just thrown it away. Oh, look at Alvin Kamara. What a day for Alvin. 13 for 161. Oh my goodness. He has been a menace today. Buffalo has had no answer. They've made a couple of nice plays, but they keep allowing the big one. 1st and 10. I like Taysom Hill. Ballsy, but a good play. 2nd and goal. I just don't know how that play is going to work. The timing is just not good on it. Maybe you should have run the ball there on 2nd down. But it was the appearance of a run. How about a 3rd down run? Touchdown, Alvin Kamara. That's a big one. Oh, and he's bringing the boom. We bring the boom. That's what we do. Shout out AJ, Big Justice, the Rizzler. Dude, if I get an autographed album, I'd throw it on the wall. There's no question. Okay, kind of a big extra point here. Dude, now this sucks. How am I supposed to time this? Like that? 21-17. Got a chance here. And it's another interception! Easy reads the giving tree. As Josh Allen gives it away again. User pick. Easy reads for Pete Werner. Werner. Josh Allen. Looking like Wyoming. Looking like year one Josh Allen. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. He wasn't going to win MVP anyway because Joe Burrow will, because he does every time in simulation. But he's ruined his MVP chances today. He's got no shot. There's Kamara. Good block. Stiff arm from Kamara. Foot race to the end zone. Alvin wins it. Oh, it's a massacre in Buffalo. Alvin Kamara single-handedly, well, maybe Pete Werner playing the impact as well, defeating the Buffalo Bills. What is happening here? Beautiful stiff arm. Great result. It's 28-17. This is insanity. Buffalo's got to hurry up here. You're down 2 possessions with 3.5 minutes to play. They need something big. And we're just not really allowing that right now. Playing sound football, keeping the ball in front of us, wrapping up, making tackles. Just don't get beat over the top. When you go with a 3-high shell, you do kind of allow that. But they're not even trying to stretch the field. They're just dinking and dunking. Which, I mean, they're moving the ball, but how much time do you have? Shot down the field. McKinstry cannot find the ball. Allen's been picked off 4 times today. Are they all user picks? Do I have 4 today? I think I do. Well, in this game. Demario Davis wraps up. If they can score a touchdown before the 2-minute warning, still in this game. I mean, even if they wait a little bit after that, still probably, but doesn't look great. And they might only get 1 more playoff before the 2-minute warning. They go into the hurry up. I think we can pass commit here on 3rd and 4. Allen looking to take off. Davis wraps him up, but he extends the ball. And Spencer Brown fakes, dude, he fakes an injury. That's crazy. Buffalo saves a timeout with that and gets another play before the 2-minute warning. Danny Stutzman diving at the ankles of Allen. At least forced him out, but I think it was Jalen Ford who made the play, adding a sack to an interception. This is like Texas Longhorns Jalen Ford. I mean, he was an incredible player at Texas. Jalen Ford was awesome. Bills fans can't believe it. Jalen Ford is earning playtime. Justin Reed, nice tackle. Clock continues to tick. Buffalo does have all of their timeouts, but the clock is not on their side. Allen going to scramble, and he's going to get sacked. Cam Jordan, the vet, bringing down the MVP. 4th and goal. Game on the line. Would be an impossible loss if we managed to lose this, and it's picked off by the rookie, Jonas Senker. 5 picks for Allen. This is Wyoming Josh Allen, and this should be the game. We're going to improve to 3-1. They've got pretty much no chance. How about an Alvin Kamara 98-yard rushing touchdown? That's not what happened. Okay, we can't try to change direction. We just got to go north-south and pick up the yardage. Can't get safety here. Kamara finds a gap. Breaks a tackle. Alvin Kamara has won the game for us. Victory formation. We're going to walk out of Orchard Park, New York, 3-1. What a victory. Insanity here. 3-1. How are we doing this? I'm obviously just too good. We'll make some adjustments. We got the win. Tyler Shuck outduels Josh Allen as we all expected. And just a great result for us. How about that game for Alvin Kamara? I mean, what a player. Let's boost up power back a little bit. I like to truck every now and again, but it's really about that stiff arm. Get +1. We need to get to that arm bar. 85 overall power back. It's not too far away. Talisa getting a slight pass block upgrade. He's a great run blocker, and that should probably be what we focus on if he could actually stay on the field. So these are the updated sliders. I don't know if I need to also change this in the main menu. That's been a thing before, but I'm making some adjustments. And we did get 200 rushing yards in a game, so we have unlocked Talent Evaluator, Eagle Eye, and 425 play sheet, or mastered and upgraded some of those things as a result, but have not unlocked anything new. And we're going to have the Giants 2-2 in week number 5. Weekly recap, I need to see that Alvin Kamara run. He had so many great ones. That might have been my favorite. The big stiff arm, and then the big touchdown. I don't like how they only show the quarterback stats here, though. That's a bit of feedback. Show the overall top performer, because you can name a player of the game. I know the technology exists. Show the top performer. It was obviously Alvin Kamara. As we'll see, the Jags and Niners square off in the Carlos Hyde Bowl. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdowns, but could not outduel Brock Purdy with just 5 incompletions in a 31-29 victory as the Niners improve and race for that playoff spot. Undefeated Ravens taking on the 1-2 Chiefs. The Chiefs just don't simulate as well anymore. And it's a lot of Derrick Henry, as we've seen so far this season. Henry is an animal. Patrick Mahomes throws for close to 300 yards, but only 1 touchdown. Chiefs only mustered 13 points. It's a blowout win for the Ravens. The one thing I remember the most about Giants-Saints is when Kadarius Toney had like 189 yards receiving. I said that and immediately it felt wrong because I thought that game he absolutely cooked Trayvon Diggs. No, that was the game after this one. But this was his breakout where he had 6 catches for 78 yards. And I go, maybe Kadarius Toney could be something. Then he goes for close to 200. And then I don't know if he's had even 50 yards receiving in a game over the rest of his career. But that'll be the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. What a start to Saints franchise. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.